Actually, this is the
Okay.
DevOps mock interview 42. We have completed 41 mock interviews. It is already updated in our YouTube channel. Okay, if anyone watching this video on YouTube, right, you can check out that mock interview. Just go to playlist section. You can check DevOps interview question and answers. There you can find all mock interviews. So Abhishek is going to participate today. Please like this video. At least if I get 50 likes, we are going to continue this web series, like series of interviews. Abhishek, please introduce yourself. Don't reveal what your genuine information. Take some example XXX and you can introduce yourself.
So, hi everyone. Myself Abhishek. So I have total 5 years of experience in IT industry, and so initially I have joined as an like a email support engineer in some other some domains. So over the year later, I got an opportunity to work in cloud-based DevOps. So my role focused mainly on creating infrastructures using Terraform and to manage content. Also, I have managed Docker containers, Docker files, and also coming to Kubernetes, I have well-versed knowledge in Kubernetes. To automate this process, we are using Jenkins in our organization, and I know a bit of GitLab as well. So this is the overall view of what I currently do in my organization, and yeah, looking forward to answer more. Thanks.
Okay. Your introduction is like you are just attending this mock like time pass. Okay. So your introduction was not clear, and yeah, like you need to prepare. I know, like suddenly I've asked you the introduction part, but whenever if anyone asks, right, you need to be clear and you need to answer the introduction. Yeah, it's okay. Like I'm not telling it's not perfect, but there is some like confidence is missing. Okay, and you are just given the introduction in a casual way, not like real interview. Getting my point?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, today is the final mock interview on Kubernetes. Okay, almost we have completed 4 to 5 mock interviews on Kubernetes. So today last one, like do you attend it from mobile or like laptop?
Mobile.
Okay.
Even I'm also actually currently outside, so I have attended through mobile because last even in last mock interviews, my lab I don't know what was the issue in my lab, so I was facing some background noises. Like I don't know what was the issue, so I have joined through my mobile this time.
Okay. So how do you manually scale a Kubernetes deployment? Do you know the command? If you know the command, just text me in the chat. So you
Manually
want to
scaling
scale the
command. Okay.
Kubernetes deployment. I have deployed a Kubernetes deployment and it's running fine. Now I want to scale it, not via manifest file, but using a command manually.
Okay. I guess kubectl scale deployment plus replicas. I'll just add that in the chat.
Okay, you are right. I will move to next question.
Okay.
How do you drain a node for maintenance in Kubernetes?
Okay, so basically, I mean, coming to maintenance part, first and foremost thing we will be doing is we should use kubectl cordon and the node name. So once after this command, the kubectl will not assign any pods to the nodes. Then we need to drain the pods, active pods, using kubectl drain. So by
Uh,
doing this, the pods in the node one will move to another node, like an active node. So then we will be doing our updates in that nodes, and once after the node is updated, we will be using kubectl uncordon the node. So by uncordoning the node, the kubectler will automatically assign new pods to the nodes. So this is how the updates will be done in Kubernetes.
okay. So Rishabh, can you please
And
introduce yourself?
Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible. Don't reveal about
Actually,
your genuine information. Just just keep it like sweet and short. Rishabh. Okay, let's move to next question. What is taint and tolerance in Kubernetes?
Basically, taints and tolerations in Kubernetes. So consider in your node, you are running some high priority application, and you wanted to run only similar kind of application in your node. So you basically what you do is you will be doing kubectl taint. So by tainting the node, the kube controller, the kube scheduler will not assign any pods to the nodes because the node is tainted. So it will assign the pods which are coming with specific tolerations, like those kind of similar high critical priority applications. So this is what the taint and toleration,
Okay.
what
I
does in
want to
Kubernetes.
taint a node. What is the command to taint a node?
kubectl taint plus node name.
kubectl taint
Node
node
name.
name. Okay. How do you perform a node upgrade in Kubernetes?
In Terraform code, first we will be changing the master version, and then we will be changing the worker AMA versions in Terraform. Using Terraform, we will be doing the upgrades.
Okay. How do you use a affinity and anti-affinity? What is the use of this affinity and anti-affinity in Kubernetes?
You need to look at it. I don't know anti-affinity, node affinity. And I heard about pod affinity and node affinity. I don't know what is anti-affinity and
Yeah,
affinity.
affinity and anti-affinity means that is comes under pod and node affinity itself.
Okay, you need to look for that once.
So pod affinity nothing but if you apply a pod affinity, what it will do, it will go and sit behind the pod and it will create a new pod behind a one pod. It is a pod
Mm-hmm.
affinity. Node affinity it will create on a particular node. Whichever the label matches to
Okay,
output node,
okay.
it will schedule the pods on that particular node. Anti, it's reverse. So hey, don't create a pod where this pod is present. So create a pod on other node. Okay,
Okay.
that is a anti. So how do you implement a load balancer in Kubernetes?
Using service, when you wanted to expose your service in ingress, we can use load balancer in Kubernetes. Basically, what load balancer does in Kubernetes is it will create an load balancer in your cloud provider platform, and it makes sure the pods are shared across your instances, like pods.
Okay, can you able to tell me the service file to how to write a service file to implement a load balancer?
Okay, so first there will be an API version, and the kind will be service.
Okay,
Next thing is name. We need to mention the name,
metadata.
and yeah, metadata will be name, and using label we need to mention the label name, and next we need to attach that to a particular namespace, because I mean without namespace we will not be organizing our pods. So once after that, we need to define the service that which we are using. So in Kubernetes we have four types of service. So if we are planning to use load balancer means, then we need to specify the service name as load balancer, and then see we are actually we will be exposing a load balancer in ingress. So we need to write an ingress file for that. For writing ingress, we need an ingress controller for it.
Okay, okay, no need of English. I'm just we are discussing only a load balancer part.
Okay, so this is how we will be writing to
Okay,
service file.
how do you control the rollout of a new application version using Canary deployment?
No, sorry, I don't know, bro.
So how do you handle pod like sorry disruption during a node failure?
What does pod reception means?
So there will be like budgets for your pod.
We can set the limits in our pod, in our manifest file. I guess we can limit the storage size and resource size in our manifest file for our pod, and we can try doing this.
Okay. So what are Daemonsets and how are they used in Kubernetes?
Daemon sets in Kubernetes are simply like a log collecting agent, or it to monitor the pods in our Kubernetes nodes.
Okay, how do you use like disruption budgets in Kubernetes? This one we will discuss if you don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll discuss that.
Okay. Let's check the answers for all. So I've asked you how do you manually scale a Kubernetes deployment? Okay, this is the
Mm.
command to scale the kubectl scale deployment, your deployment name and replica is equal to 5. So if you want to drain the node, kubectl drain node name. So what is taint and tolerance? So you can, if you want to taint the node, this is the command. So if you apply the tolerations, then it will be scheduled to that particular node. So how do you perform a node upgrade in Kubernetes? Okay, you need to first drain the node, then uncordon that node. How do you use affinity and anti-affinity? So affinity, pod anti-affinity. Okay, label selector match expression. Like this, you will use the labels. So how do you implement a load balancer in Kubernetes? Service file, type load balancer, selector, app, ports, protocol, port, target port. So how do you control the rollout of a new application using Canary deployment? API version. So Canary deployment allow you to roll out new version to a subset of users before a full deployment. Gradually deploying a new version to 10% of users before rolling out to all users. So like that you can able to deploy a application with version of Canary and the image version of version 2. So that only 10% of users will get the traffic to this particular pod. So how do you handle pod disruption during a node failure? So Kubernetes automatically reschedule pods on other available nodes when a node fails. So ensuring high availability of a microservice based application during node failures. So kubectl get nodes -void field selector and spec node name. You can define the failed node. What are Daemonsets and how are they used in Kubernetes? So Daemonset is nothing but a monitoring agent. Okay, this is the manifest file of Daemonset. API version kind Daemonset spec selector template. So how do you use pod distribution budget? Pod distribution budget ensures the minimum number of pods are running during like vulnerability disruptions like node maintenance, ensuring that during rolling update or node draining, at least 2 out of 5 application pods remains available. So minimum available 2. So nothing but you can keep at least 2 nodes should be always running. This is the pod distribution budget. Okay. So I'm getting the call.
Hello.
No, partition budget is nothing but you will keep a budget. At least 2 parts should be running all the time. That is a
Okay.
participation budget.
That is what we are. I mean, trying to do same in the replicas also, right? In the deployment file. Even in.
In the deployment, you will go give the replicas 2. So if you do
Mm,
1, will it go
mm.
to 1 or it will remain 2?
No, no, it
Remain
will
the
go to
same.
one. One will be deleted. One will be active.
Yeah, if you are upgrading your pod, so
Mm,
obviously it will delete the old pod, it will replace the new pod.
mm,
Because there is no budget, you didn't kept, so automatically it will be updated. So even though if
mm-hmm.
there is anything, 2 pods should be running all the time. It doesn't matter, whatever the condition it may be. So at that
Okay.
time, you can use this.
Okay. Okay. So bot distribution budget. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, then we'll be having AWS mocks
AWS mocks, yeah, we need to plan.
because I wanted to. I mean, revise more on AWS since I'm a bit off from the topic actually. So I
Oh,
wanted to learn. I wanted to recall more on AWS. I'm actually currently preparing well on Kubernetes, Docker, and Terraform. I need to recall more things in AWS. So it's better if we
okay.
keep AWS. I mean, next time
Okay, okay,
from
definitely.
yeah, from
That's it
tomorrow.
for today. Right now, I will stop the recording.